TIFU by express shipping a Fleshlight. Problem is, if you claim it's a gift, you didn't come home with a gift bag and card or wrapping paper to help sell the lie. Hell, even take a future night to stay out all night at a friend's or get a cheap motel room for the night and may as well go wild with it. Part of the problem is you just accepted they didn't believe you. Remember when trapped you doubled down hard. You sound like you've gotten away with lying your whole life. Haha, I love this advice. No, but you learn from every failure. Just to add a bit of suffering, your mom has likely already googled my email cover because of this incident. About to go check her search history when I go home. Haha. Please update LMAO. Who the hell doesn't look at the name on a package before opening it? Who just assumes, when living with other people, a package is this? I don't buy that excuse. She was almost certainly being nosy. Everyone's mom, of course. My mom would read the names, see it's me or my brothers, and still open the package. My mom was notorious for not looking at the name. Thankfully there was never anything bad. It was just annoying. I really don't like the stigma around sex toys and people using it for masturbation. Like, just leave them be to their personal life. It's none of your business. Maybe they're the ones with the problem. Seriously, I'm open about sexual stuff, but I guess with parents it's just not always the first subject to joke about. Haha. Dude, I know. I saw a movie with my mum once. You know Black Swan? The one with the crazy ballet dancer? There's this scene where she's masturbating and going right at it when she looks across and sees her mom asleep on the couch and obviously freaks out. My own dear sweet mother at this point leans over to be in the cinema and whispers, "That's why you shouldn't masturbate." I almost died. Pro tip: keep your sex toys in a locked container with a sign on it reading, "In case of my passing." Just throw this away. It's sex stuff and it's nasty. That way, no one regrets the decision to never open it if you happen to pass unexpectedly, and it spares them the knowledge of your kinks. Not going to lie, this makes me want to do the opposite, open first on death. And to you, my good friend, I bequeath my large chest of dildos. Apostrophe. Here's to hoping your brain doesn't associate the Fleshlight with your mom's disappointed face. Dude, my mom told my brother not to open my package because what if it's a dildo was a poster that time. My point is, your parents are weird to make it that weird, LMAO. And your GF. Man, I'm the one who bought my partner a Fleshlight with a vibrator inside. Don't feel guilty for masturbating. There's no such thing as being too addicted to a sex toy, just like no one says girls are addicted to dildos. Sometimes she's not there, especially if you don't live together. And if you did, masturbation still plays a part. Whether she's at work, someone is too tired, or masturbating sometimes is just less work to get a nut. I wouldn't say there's no such thing as being too addicted to a sex toy. My fiance tells me I'm addicted to my vibrator, and when I promised to go a whole month without it, it was really hard. I threw mine away too. I kept getting so turned on every day, so had more sex in 1 month than we probably did in the 6 months prior. Sex was better, but it sucked because I would get so turned on out of nowhere and would want my vibrator even after sex. I've really cut back on it since then. So we just are more active, but it definitely can be addictive. Did you just throw out the vibrator or stop masturbating altogether? Imo, there's nothing wrong with enjoying your vibe. Even if it's every day, your fiance has no right to complain, especially if you're still having sex with him. Girls get horny too. It's just easier and quicker to use the vibe. And it's not fair for him to ask you to stop masturbating altogether because he feels like he's not getting his due share. I bet if you asked him to stop masturbating, he couldn't last a week. If he's complaining that you use your vibrator too much, it sounds like he might be insecure about not being able to get you off. If that's the case, he could try using it on you himself. I just don't want you to feel like you're not allowed to feel pleasure unless it's by his hands or dick. If this is not the case, I apologize for the lengthy response. But if it is, you need to know it is perfectly normal for girls to masturbate, even every day. Tell them to pull that stick out of their ass and laugh it off. It's not a big deal. Sorry, I don't know your parents. That was really just meant as a joke. I feel like if my son got Caught with that we'd be sharing a laugh. Not ashamed over some natural inclination. Side note, now I want to try one. No offense taken. In the same way as UTBH. Get one seriously. Mum. Dad, if I was a girl. Long pause to really freak them out. Would you find it weird if I owned a vibrator? Well, it's no different. Get over it. Apostrophe. I have one too. I hide it in my PC case. That's one way to keep it warm, iglol. Room temp feo. Just looked it up. Makes me wish I had a dick. Honestly, one of the best parts about having a dick is not having a vag. The shit you'll have to go through. Yeah, another reason I wish I had a dick. I really am so tired of the whole parents opening mail for their children crap. I could understand if your kid was like 14 and younger, but once they get beyond a point it's time for you to stop being nosy and let them grow the duck up and own their own shit. Additionally, enough with the stigma about ducking sex toys for men. Scratch that, how about the stigma about sex toys for everyone? Stop being a bunch of ducking uptight ass wipes. Yes, that's what I don't get as well. My mom never opens my mail without asking me first. Doesn't matter from where it is or what it is. She will text me, "You got a letter from X. You want me to open it?" and then I give my permission or I don't. Same the other way around. She was on vacation recently and she wanted me to check the mail while she was gone. And I did, but never opened anything without her permission. That is such a decent human being thing to do. Don't invade other people's private space. Doesn't matter if you're related or dating or whatnot. Just don't. Show your mom how it works. That would only be an option if his arms were broken. I'm a woman and I've had a vibrator since college. There absolutely shouldn't be stigma around sex toys. However, I initially bought it because no guys could make me orgasm, which is something to keep in mind. Also, the gift thing was a good idea. Both my best friend and my sister have received a vibrator as a gift at some point in their lives. Of course I didn't tell her what happened because she's gonna spaz about why do I need one if I have her. This slightly irked me. Has she stated this before, or is this just your assumption? I'd dare to say a huge part of women have vibrators, even when they are in a relationship, or do they just throw their dildos away whenever they end up in a one? Is your girlfriend going to be there for you, willing to have sex every time you feel horny/bored? If I was you, I'd probably talk to her about it, unless it was quite clear she didn't approve of you having any toys, which would be a major red flag emo. Wise words, my_little_Pornhub. 27 karma in 5 years. The majority from his comment here. That's crazy. Because that Fleshlight takes it all away, he can't even XD. I feel like your parents oughta lighten up a little. They be forgetting how they made you? They went on a one-way trip to Pound Town. Nutsville. No doubt about it. Plot twist. Op's mom was artificially inseminated. For future reference, use Amazon Prime and an Amazon locker. You can go and pick up the package from the automated locker. You're welcome. Your mom knew damn well what she was doing. Stop beating around the bush, I see what you did there. I didn't even realize that, haha. Sounds like they are embarrassed, but judging by the repeated apologies rather than recriminations, I don't think they're that concerned. Enjoy your new toy, but make sure you keep it really clean. Oh, and check for spiders. I've read one too many Fleshlight horror stories. You got me interested. Which one do you recommend? Fleshlight.com. There's options for different budgets, but go based on whatever sleeve looks intriguing to you. They all pretty much do the same thing, more of a preference lol. Your parents shouldn't be shaming you. Sorry man. Honestly, if you cannot talk to your girlfriend about something like this, then what's the point? Nothing better than knowing everything about your partner sexually, even when it comes to solo play. Here's an advice for you. Don't fly with it. I made that mistake once, and that sack guys knew what it was and yet made me take it out of the luggage and let them inspect it. They all had a laugh at my expense. I used to be a cam girl. Flew to Vegas one year with lots of supplies. But I checked that bag, so I wouldn't have to look anyone in the eyes when they went through it lol. You are metal F. I had the alien one in college. I didn't untwist the tip of it a little bit the first time I used it, and that thing sucked the life out of me. Dude, I would bought that shit if I knew. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.